Good morning, students. This video is for class 7. Students, today we will be learning the topic transitive and intransitive verbs as a part of your English language assignment, which have submitted to you on 24th May 2021. Students, in our previous classes, we have learned about verbs. So, all of you know that a verb is a word used to tell or assert something about a person or a thing. Verbs are also called action words or doing words. For example, the girls were singing. So students, in this chapter, you will be learning about transitive and intransitive verbs. In our previous lesson, we have learned about main verbs and auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Main verbs are called full verbs because they can occur independently in a sentence. Main verbs can be either transitive or intransitive. Students, before learning transitive and intransitive verb, let us learn about the object of a verb. Object of a verb. When we frame a question using the verb and a word what or whom, the word that answers the question is the object of the verb. For example, Yuvraj caught the ball. What Yuvraj caught? Caught what? Ball. So ball is the object of the verb caught. The ball is the object of the verb caught. And now we will be learning about direct and indirect objects. Students, some verbs can have two objects. For example, mother gave Arpan a glass of milk. Gave what? A glass of milk. So, glass of milk, object number 1. Then gave to whom? Arpan. So, Arpan is object 2. The answer to what question is the direct object. What question? This is direct object. And the answer to the whom question. Whom question is the indirect object. So here you can see that glass of milk object is giving answer of what? So direct object. Arpan is the answer of whom question. So it is indirect object. A verb that can have two objects is called detransitive verbs. Transitive verbs, some verbs do not convey a complete meaning. The verbs, they do not convey a complete meaning by themselves. So, a verb that requires an object to complete its meaning is called a transitive verb. For example, the chief minister made. Here it is not completed. This sentence is not completed. Dipanshu ate. It is also incomplete. So if we add to these verbs the meaning becomes complete. For example, the chief minister made an appeal. So here you can see here the verb made, we have added the object appeal. Dipanshu ate what? Apples. So here you can see after adding the object, the verb made and ate are completed. So here the verbs which need an object to complete its meaning are called transitive verbs. So made and ate are used as transitive verb in these sentences. Now intransitive verbs. We have done transitive verbs. The verbs that needs an object to complete its meaning, and now intransitive verbs. Some verbs are complete by themselves. They do not require an object to complete the sense. So a verb that does not require an object to make sense but makes good sense by itself is called an intransitive verb. For example, the stars are twinkling. So what is verb here? Twinkling. So it doesn't need any object to complete its meaning. It is complete in its own. The child smiled. So here you can see smiled. Smiled is a verb here and it doesn't need any object to complete its meaning. It is complete by itself only. So here now you have done transitive and intransitive verb. So now next we will be doing verbs of incomplete predication. Verbs of incomplete predication. Some verbs like be and forms of be, is, are, am, was, were. These are the forms of verb be. Appear, seem and look are incomplete verbs. But these verbs do not require objects to complete the sense. These verbs denoting action or possession can have objects, but these verbs neither show action nor possession. For example, the bus is. Here, the bus is. Here you can see what is verb here is. The man looked. So let us complete them. The bus is late. The man looked angry. The words late and angry that we have used to complete the sense are called complements. They are not object, but they are complements. So students, the verbs that require not an object but some other words or complements, not an object but some other words or complements to make complete sense are called verbs of incomplete predication. The complements that give some information about the subject of the verb are called subjective complements, and the complements that give some information about the object of the verb are called objective complements. So, what are the verbs of incomplete predication? Some verbs that require not an object but some other words or complements to complete its meaning are called the verbs of incomplete predication. So students, in this chapter we have learned transitive and intransitive verb, object of verb, direct and indirect object of verb, and verbs of incomplete predication. So now you all are required to revise the content carefully and try to attempt all the exercises given in your book. Thank you and have a nice day.